Hey guys, welcome back to Bait and Tackle. I'm your host Joe Frank, and today we've got a cool soft plastic video for you. I'm actually going to be fiddling around with a new mold that I just got, and it is from Fat Guys Fishing, and I'm super excited to share this with you. This is the fish hugger, okay? I love anything that has to do with aliens. I love the 80s nostalgia of all that stuff. I have a couple of xenomorph baits from a couple of different guys that did some really cool ones, and I've actually got another one that I want to get next, but super excited to show you this. So let's get down to the bench, we'll check this thing out, and then we're going to shoot it a couple times with some different colors and see what you guys think. Alright, so let's get a close-up view of this mold, and I want to show you what this looks like. I'm not sure if this is my first Fat Guys Fishing mold. I don't think it is. I think I've had some in the past, but look at this. Look at this thing. It's a 6-cavity mold. These measure, let me go get a tape measure or a ruler here so we can check these out lengthwise. So the bait itself is going to be right at, it looks like with the tip there, like a 2 1/16, 2 1/8, something like that. So we'll have to pour some out and maybe check it out, but a little bit over 2 inches is basically it. So it's a pretty small bait, okay? Craftsmanship looks pretty good. The second plate down here, I can see the air vents and all that kind of things in each one. It's got the tips of the tails there. It's got, this side does not have any of the vents. The other side has all the vents, but pretty much carbon copy just with vents, but nice little 6-cavity mold. I think this is gonna shoot pretty well. I am not going to heat it up. I'm just going to shoot it cold to see what it does first, and if it becomes a problem where we have to heat it up, we will heat it up and shoot it again. I've got some plastic from the last couple videos. I've got some borderline white. I believe that's got some it's got some kind of a 8-bit product in there, 8-bit baits product in there, and then this one is a little bit lighter, a little bit yellowish, more clear, more transparent. So we probably won't do that one, but I want to do this white one for sure. And then I'll probably do this one that we did last time with the Barlow's translucent brown, and I know we used some Barlow's moon dust in this one, I'm pretty sure, and that one came out really good. It's got a nice gold green type shift in it, so we're going to use that one for sure. And then I had some a green made with I think that was MF. It was some kind of a moss, southern moss. Yeah, this is southern moss, that's what that is. And this also has a little bit of 8-bit, I think, something in it, and then I've also got some black flake in it. So we're just going to heat that up. This mold should not take that much plastic, so we're probably going to shoot it 3 times. So let me get this plastic cut up and get it remelted down, and we'll come back and inject it cold and see how it does. So our first cup of plastic just came out. This is the Southern Moss, and it's about 350, 360 right now. And we're going to go ahead and inject this mold, and we're going to do it cold. So hopefully this turns out okay. I'm trying to test this mold too to see if we need more heat or if we're okay just doing what we do. So let me just bleed this injector off. Probably using a little bit bigger of an injector than I really need to. I'm going to put it in there without making a mess and go ahead and inject it. Now it shouldn't take much plastic. It did not take much, but I'm going to sit here and hold this just for a second, peel it off and fill up that sprue, and then I'm going to bleed everything off back into the cup. Let's just see how this does. Got one little air bubble there on the sprue. That's okay. Waiting for it to drain it down a little bit, see if I need to add more. I shouldn't have to. Again, this is a very small cavity mold, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just cleaning up a little bit of the outside. So I got my next color heating up in the microwave, but let's let this set up, cure, a little bit, cool down, and we'll come back and demold this thing. We should be cool enough. Let's go ahead and see how these came out. Color-wise, I know the color is going to be good. I picked the green one so that we could do that first. Let me see if these come out on one side, or yeah, I think they're going to maybe. Oh man, look at those guys. All those appendages. I got one tail over here that's got a little bit of an air pocket in it, but I'm not really super worried about it. This one over here looks like it got a little bit of air pocket in it too, so preheating the mold might help. The other ones look like they filled out fine. So check those out, guys. What do you think? Pretty cool. So let's pull a couple of these off these sprues here, and I'm going to cut them off. Okay. And measurement wise, I guess it's going to be a little weird because the measurement really is from the little tentacles sticking out the front going back. So look at those baits. Those are so cool. So theoretically they're more like 2.5 inches long, but body is up right at 2. Okay, so it's basically a 2-inch bait. It's just got some of these little tentacles going everywhere. But man, these are so cool. I am so excited about these. So I'm going to go ahead and set these off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and cut the other ones off, and I am going to keep the ones that had some air in the tails because I really don't care. That's okay to me if they're not perfect. But now that we've shot the mold and I've seen what it can do, and it took me a minute there. I may have just botched that up in the beginning when I shot it because the mold kind of turned sideways on me. It's got a tiny bit of air down here in the tail just trapped, but that, again, that's my fault. So definitely not a mold issue, and you'll probably see that with the next one. So I'm going to go ahead and get the next color ready. I've already got one heated up in the microwave, and we're going to put this back together and get ready for the next color, which is going to be the white. Okay, we are right at 350 degrees with the plastic. I'm just going to draw up enough to where I'm pretty comfortable. I'm going to bleed off like I normally do, and I'm going to go ahead and inject it. Okay, nice and smooth. I'm just holding it on there for a second, and I'm going to fill up the sprue. I think I'm going to do a double batch of these. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got the next color, or the last color I did. I'm going to do 2 batches. And that way I've got a couple of them I can play around with, test with, that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and let this set up. Come back and we'll check this. This is the second time I've shot it. I can feel it starting to warm up a little bit now. So, you know, hitting that cold really didn't do so bad at all. I expected it to be a little bit worse, but that shot very well for being cold and just going at it the first time, you know, throwing the beans at her. So I think that's not too bad at all, just, you know, going ahead and doing it cold. So we're gonna go ahead, like I said, I'm gonna do a couple shots of these colors. Let's go ahead, and I'm pretty sure that's all set. Let's go ahead and demold this one, see what we got. These do not take much plastic. Oh, these came out incredible. Every appendage filled correctly, the tails filled correctly. that was a perfect shot. So second time after the mold was heated up, I think the first time those air bubbles I got in the tail were just my own stupidity. But look at that, guys. That is incredible. So incredible. Let me get these off of here and I'll show you what we got here. I'm going to cut them all off real quick. But I might be making a bunch more of these on a little jig head. Oh man, these fish are going to smash these things. Absolutely going to smash these things. Alright, so let me cut this down. Get that white back in there. Get this back in to the trash because I must have mixed two colors with it. Get this white back in here and get ready for the next color, or the next shot I should say. And I'm going to do those off camera, but guys, look at these things. These are incredible. Let me just get like 2 or 3 of them in my hand so you guys can see them. And I know I got my ring in my finger, so it's probably going to be a little bit weird, but look at that. Look at that. Aren't those awesome, guys? I am so thrilled by how these come out. All these little appendages that are going to be dancing and stuff, and that tail. Oh man, on a jig, these are going to kill. I can't wait to throw these. So we got 6 of those. I'm going to have 12 of each when I'm done here. So I'm going to keep going here. And like I said, I'm going to go back and do the other colors real quick off camera. And then we'll do the last color. Doing the final heat on the third color, the third and final color. And I just wanted to mention this too. I'm using the new LureWorks Porosol Pro for plastic, and I gotta be honest, I am loving the way this reheats. Now I still cut all my colors up into little cubes or little pieces to melt them down better. Look at that color shift. Gosh, that moon dust is incredible. So let's go ahead and get this up here. Beautiful copper sheen I just saw on that. Okay, I'm going to hold it for a second. Pull it off and fill the sprue up. Put this back in here. Made a little bit of a mess there. I can still see that little shimmer. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's still a little bit of shimmer right there in that. I'm trying to get the air bubbles out of it. There it is. But it's like this beautiful brown copper color is what I can describe it as. Gorgeous color. So we're going to let that set up, and I'm going to do one more shot of this color. So I'm going to just set the sprue stuff off here to the side, clean out my injector real quick. It's still super hot, so make sure you wear gloves when you do this stuff. I know I'm not a big, I don't talk a lot about PPE, but you definitely do it, especially if you're new to this hobby. So I'm going to go ahead, get you to a different spot. We're going to demold this guy and check this thing out. I think we're ready to rock and roll. I doubt they're going to come out on one side because the last 2 times I've done this, they haven't. Let me see if I can get these rearranged a little bit so you guys can see them. This color is absolutely incredible. It's got a lot of copper tone in it, and I think it's due to the brown and the gold. got one over here that's got a little bit of air in the tail. I must not have bled off the injector good enough. Again, my fault, not the mold at all. But I also noticed that sometimes it's playing a little bit of games when I'm looking at these. It's just so cool. Alright, let that focus in here. Look at that, guys. Isn't that incredible? Look at that. This one got some air bubbles in it right there and right there. Maybe even up in the body. But again, I don't care. I'm going to use these. But the rest of them look absolutely perfect. But that color is just incredible. It's like that dark amber in the center. See it? And then it kind of goes to copper when it gets thinner. And then it's got that hint of gold green on it. I mean, it's an incredible color. Let me get two of these off here and I'll show you. Show you a close up. And when you pick it up and you just look like through it, it's very translucent because of how small the bait is. But look at that color, guys. Isn't that incredible? Let's see if I can get it to shift a little bit. Can you see that shiftiness of the color? The gold. And then it's got some green there too. Oh, these are so awesome. Alright, so I'm going to do another batch of these off camera, and then I'm going to come back and we'll check out what we did. Well, there you have it, guys. This is the Fat Guys Fishing Fish Hugger mold. Absolutely incredible. I love these things. Let me just pick up one of each of these so I can show you the different colors we did today. These are in my previous videos that I did recently, so go ahead and check that out. Get that to zoom in there. Check those out. Pretty awesome. Cool colors. I got a green, a white, and like a goldish brown, bronze, whatever you want to call that. But incredible little baits. So I made 12 of each. I'm going to bring these with me when I travel for work and stuff, and I'm going to try those on some underspins, some little jigs. I know I got that SDG go-to mold. I'll probably try a couple of those, maybe throw them on the back of a little bladed slayer, that kind of thing. This is going to be incredible, guys. I can't wait. But super good mold. So what I was saying from the beginning, I shot it cold. I did not heat the mold up, and I don't think it needs heat. It was fine, completely cold. I did get the plastic up to a respectable 350-ish temperature. Shot it every time. I had a couple air bubble issues, but that was my own fault. Either there was some air in the injector, or when I pulled it into the thing. Every time I did it off camera, it went completely flawless. So it's just the one, I think it was this one when we first did that one, the very first shot had a little bit of air in one or two of them, and then this one had like air in one of them. So this one, I don't think the white ones had any at all. So again, another thing I wanted to mention, and I don't know if I mentioned this already in the video, but the Lure Works Plastisol, it's Porosol Pro. I use the medium hard blend, and that is, all three of those is that type of Plastisol, and they all reheated perfectly awesome. Now I always cut my plastic up into smaller chunks before I heat it up. That's just because I'm afraid of it burning. I've made a lot of cupcakes back in the day, or muffins, or whatever you want to call them, but I've ruined not a fair amount of plastic, but you know, a couple of things of plastic for sure. So I don't want to ever do that again, so I always cube it up or cut it up into small pieces and then reheat, add a little bit of heat stabilizer each time as well, and they seem to do perfectly awesome. So trying to use up these three colors so we can move on to a different color, a new color of something for the next soft plastic video. But again, this is a focus on the fish hugger mold, and I gotta be honest, it is awesome. It fills out pretty much perfectly every time. I was more concerned about these little appendages not filling in correctly, but they filled in perfect every time. Tails filled in great. Like I said, I had a couple little air trapped here and there. That was my own fault, I'm pretty sure, because I had some air in the injector. When I did it off camera, when I was concentrate on doing it without having the camera in front of my face and in the way, they were flawless. So if I were to recommend this to anybody, go out and and get that. I found this gentleman, I can't remember what his name was. I want to say it's Mammoth Cave Lure Co. I originally saw this post that he made, and I'll show it to you right now. I originally saw this post that he made, and again, it's Mammoth Cave Lure Co. And I was like, oh my God, I have to have that. That is so cool. I saw that fish hugger hanging out of that mouth, and I was like, yep, I gotta get it. So cool. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody else that helped me in this video. Fat Guys Fishing, Lure Molds, also Lure Works Plastisol. Definitely a shout out to 8-Bit Baits, because I know there's 8-Bit Bait products in all three of these. This is the new Moon Dust that's in this one. I think this is just Pixie Dust, I think, in both of those. But incredible products. Go check them out. Let's wrap this thing up. That's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, we did the Fat Guys Fishing Fish Hugger Mold. I really appreciate you guys helping me out. You guys have done really well with subscriber count. I'm getting close to 4,000. I think I'm at like close to 3,800. So maybe by the time this comes out, it'll probably be over 3,800, but really trying to push towards 5,000 subscribers. So if you guys would smash that subscribe button, share and like this video, drop a comment, tell me what you think of this video, tell me what you think of the mold and all that kind of stuff. Love this 80s stuff. It's awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sticker Mule store still rocking cool merchandise if you guys want to go check that out. I know Swamp Trout Chris, my buddy Chris, made a post about it recently. Sent him a couple shirts and a hat and stuff like that, and you know, go check it out, go pick up something. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, remember to keep on baiting.